Good morning, you guys. For this morning, I want you to go ahead and take some time to go through the heartbeat and blood pressure portion of the lab. That will be in our OneNote. And in your own personal notebook right here, you're going to go ahead and click on Labs and then have the Cardio Lab selected. With that, you want to go ahead and scroll all the way down to page 95 right here, where it shows heartbeat and blood pressure. So last time we went through and we filled out the internal and external structures of the heart. We talked about how blood was pumping through the heart. Your homework was to go ahead and finish the physiology of the heart portion. And now we're to page 95 with heartbeat and blood pressure. So the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this section is where we're talking about the systole and the diastole of the heart. So notice that when the chambers contract, it's called the systole, and when the chambers relax, it's called the diastole. So during a heartbeat, first the atria are going to contract and then the ventricles are going to contract. So what we've been talking about is seeing that the blood travels from the right atrium into the right ventricle, then to the lungs, then into the left atrium, then into the left ventricle, right? So that's the pathway, but the way that the heart actually functions is that both the atria are going to contract together and then both the ventricles are going to contract together. So what that means is that when the ventricles contract, not only is there blood flowing into the lungs to collect oxygen, at the same time, oxygen-rich blood is moving from the left ventricle into the aorta to go ahead and provide oxygen to the whole entire body. So both systems, both circuits are working at the same time, which is really important just for efficiency and to ensure that we have blood bringing oxygen and picking up carbon dioxide in the most efficient manner. So usually what you're going to hear then are two heart sounds with each heartbeat. The first sound is going to be a lub. It's a low and dull sound, and it lasts longer than the second sound, right? So it's a little bit longer. It's caused by the closure of the atrioventricular valves. So that's going to be where you have the tricuspid and the bicuspid valves. When they close, that's going to be the first lub sound. The second dub sound is going to be the snap. It has kind of like a snapping quality, and it's shorter duration. And it's the closure of the semilunar valves. So it's going to be the pulmonary semilunar and the aortic semilunar valves. So the first one is your lub, and then the second one is your dub. And those are just the valves closing. So what I want you to do is to obtain a stethoscope, and you're going to go ahead and put the earpieces so that they point forward into your ears. You're going to take the bell, the shiny metal portion of it, and you're going to put it onto the left side of your partner's chest between the fourth and fifth ribs. So you're going to have your partner kind of feel where their fourth and fifth ribs are. And that's where you're going to find the apex or the tip of the heart, and it's where it's closest to the body wall, so it'll be easiest to hear. So all you're going to do is just look to see if you can hear the lub-dub sound, and then you're going to switch and your partner's going to do the same. After that, we want to think about if blood pressure is highest just after the ventricular systole, and it is lowest during the ventricular diastole. So why is that going to be the case? Then you want to think about whether, if you have low blood pressure readings at rest after exercise, why that would be the case. So with that, I would like you to try and take blood pressure. If you don't know how to do this, I'm going to also give you a video to use to go ahead and figure out how this is done, because we don't have one of these kind of easy, quick measures that does it for you. We have one of the old school ones. But I want you to try and see what your blood pressure is at rest just sitting. Then do some jumping jacks and check your blood pressure again to see if it has indeed increased. So then you're going to fill out this conclusion here. And then you're pretty much done with the lab. And the only thing that you need to make sure you're doing is filling in each of the questions all the way down to this very last paragraph question. All right, thanks you guys. Good luck.